In this video, I'll be showcasing a series of mods that overhauls the mood system in Rimworld. I'm going to be honest, for my goofy gamer brain, managing pawns is too hard, especially when they get mental breaks and eat all of your food supply for the winter. These mods are going to overhaul how the system works and hopefully prevent your pawns from starting fires just because they ate without a table. First, we have Dub's Break mod. This is a simple mod that changes how mental breaks are triggered. The pawns need at least one thought that causes a negative 20 mood change instead of a bunch of small ones. This mod allows lower level mental breaks to trigger if a negative 20 thought isn't present to trigger the more extreme mental breaks. This change might seem simple, but it has a big impact on the amount of mental breaks triggered and makes managing pawns way easier. Second mod on the list is SF Grim Reality. I've been waiting this mod to be updated for 1.4 and a few weeks ago it finally happened. This mod tweaks some of the mood penalties and buffs to make sense of the kind of environment that Rimworld is set in. A couple examples that the mod author listed is that cheating on your partner gets you disliked by negative 70, while selling your partner only gets you disliked by minus 10. Another example is that getting married gets your mood up by 50, while your partner getting shot is worth minus 25. Something is not adding up. So this mod tweaks a lot of these things to actually fit the kind of game Rimworld is. Not only do they fix the examples that I mentioned above, they fix romance rebuffs, executions, barrack debuffs, and many more. Pawns are less bothered by the annoying everyday stuff, and focus more on the more horrific things like cannibalism or organ harvesting, but apparently they don't stack, so it's still better than vanilla. There's a whole bunch of things that the author lists on the description of the mod, so if you want to check it out before installing, all the mods I'll be mentioning will be in the video description. So, those two mods that I mentioned should be enough to lessen the stress of managing pawns' moods. And now I'll be listing some situational mods that I personally use in most of my playthroughs to further improve Rimworld's mood system. No Sympathy for Prisoners. The title of the mod says it all. Your colonists have no sympathy for prisoners anymore. After all, they tried to take your stuff and murder you, so why should you treat them any better? Your pawns now get no mood penalty for harvesting prisoners' organs or even killing them. Personally, I found it odd that your pawns felt sympathy for the surviving raiders when they were trying to steal your stuff and kill your entire colony. This mod fixes that. Another mod is Snap Out. All this time, we've talked about mods that prevent mental breaks from happening often. However, this mod is important when mental breaks actually happen. Snap Out allows your other colonists to talk to the mentally broken pawn and potentially calm them down. Of course, you can also fail to calm down the pawn, and this probability depends on the pawn's social skill and opinion. These were all the mods that I wanted to mention. I know some people use the mod called Psychology, which basically overhauls the entire Rimworld relationship, traits, mood, and mental break system, but personally I don't use it, and I find it too complex to get into it. There are also a lot of incompatibilities as well. I'll be listing all the mods that I mentioned in the video in the description, and there are also timestamps that you can go through. Please subscribe and thanks for watching.